Hey guys, this is Killjoy here, and you're at Killjoy's Place. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than usual. I'm not going to be doing Fallout 4. I'm going to be doing ARK Survival Evolved. For those of you who don't know what ARK Survival Evolved is, it's a survival game based in primitive caveman time, dinosaurs everywhere, all that kind of stuff. For those of you who do know, I have taming speed turned up, harvest amount turned up. The nights are really short, the days are really long, all that kind of stuff. Stuff that makes it a little bit easier, more better for YouTube to be on, for instance. And I'm going to be playing on the center map. So let's get on into this. For those of you who have never played ARK before, the first bit of this video will probably be me running around with flailing my arms above my head like some crazy madman, running away from hundreds of different dinosaurs because I'm going to die one time after another, over and over and over again, because that's what you do. Only the very skilled players can go for a very long time at a very low level. It's just the way the game goes. It's unrelenting, unforgiving. I mean, it's a very aggressive game. You have to be in it to win it, otherwise you're just gonna die. So, here's the character customization screen. You make your character. I think I'm gonna go with a really weird looking character because usually I don't do. Or maybe I could go with a normal looking character. Why not? Who knows? If you have an idea of a crazy character, tell it to me. I might make a whole new series next episode. This episode is just more of like an introduction to ARK. Give you the guys the general idea of it. It just gives you an idea. Next episode, if you guys have any helpful hints and tricks and tips or any questions, I will be glad to answer them. Just leave it in the comments. I look at every one of them and I will answer every one of them, either in the video or through another comment. Alright, so let's go on into this. And it's going to take a little while to load. There we go. Usually at this point, yep, see, I spawn in, I'm dead already. I'm about to die. And I died. See what I mean? I was in, 15 seconds? Let's try a new location. Maybe the South Jungles? I think that was probably my third shortest life on the game. Looks good so far. Let's start gathering up some materials. So you would basically start out in a random location until later you can build a bed. And once you build your bed, then that's when you really got it good. But the problem is, to build a nice bed that won't destroy itself every time you use it, you have to be a higher level. You can't just run in there at level 1 and build one. Because see, whenever you level up, you go in, you choose whatever skill you want to upgrade, and it's only one skill. Then you learn these Ingrams, which are like your knowledge or whatever. And those Ingrams are what allow you to craft new things. I think the bed comes in at like level 12. So until you reach that level, you're pretty much screwed. You're just running around hoping you don't die. Gathering up a few materials to hopefully make it until you can finally build the bed. I mean, that's about all you can do. Try to level up and run and scream and hide. For those of you who don't know how the game works, it's not like Minecraft where you have to have an axe to chop wood or something. The tools you have actually determine the different materials you'll get. If you notice, I'm getting a lot more wood than I am thatch, but if I switch over to my pickaxe, I'll get a lot more thatch than I am wood. So it's actually really cool. Now the first few levels you level up relatively quickly as long as you're maintaining actually doing things. But after that, it gets really slow, and you're just kind of running around trying to build stuff. There is no real end game. There is no way to win. Just survive. Uh, if you see in the distance there, there's a well, it just disappeared, but it was a beam in the air. Those are supply drops. They randomly appear all over the map, and if you can get to them, some of them, depending on what color it is how what kind of stuff it will have in it. And you can't just find one that will have like really good stuff in it at a low level because you can't open it. So it is a really intricate game. You have to actually do all kinds of things. You have to level up, and a lot of it is based on your level. So, oh, I forgot how much the how much I turned up the gathering speed, but it really helps. Anyways, a lot of these dinos, like the Triceratops and all that, you can, if you can, once you get later, you can build saddles, you can tame them and ride them, and you can do that to almost everything. I think there's a very few things that you can't tame and ride, and that's like the leech and some bugs. I mean, everything else you can tame and ride, even sharks and Nessie. I forgot what that's called, but they have what the Loch Ness monster is. Let's scout out this little area up here. See, like that green one right there? That one is way better than I can handle. I can't use that one. And if I was on the normal map, there would be these 3 towers, one in like pretty much every corner. One at the top, one at the bottom left corner, one at the bottom right corner of the map. And those towers are where you would go gather a bunch of big materials, like hard to get stuff like Megalodon tooth, T-Rex arm, things like that. And you would take them back to those towers, and you put them all in there, and it allows you to go to a boss. It teleports you to a boss, and there's 3 of them. That's how you get the really, really wicked stuff at the end game. But even after you beat the bosses, there is continued game after that. So there is no real end game. Since I'm on my own server, I really don't have to worry about player versus player and that kind of stuff. It's just me surviving. Later, I do plan on turning this into a single player server, or maybe not a single player server, but like my own personal server, to where other people can play on too. Now, if I do that, I will definitely ask several suggestions from you guys, see what you think would be a good idea of where to set it up, how to set it up, all that kind of stuff. And again, this is just an introduction. I'm not really going to keep this character because I'm going to ask you guys, like, what kind of character should we set up? Do you like this map? Do you want to see the original map? Or do you want to see Scorched Earth? Now, I would suggest say Scorched Earth, well, I've already got a character going on that map, and you'd be jumping in quite far ahead. I would hate to just jump in and run it, so it would be more of you guys seeing what I've already got done. That guy's got 4 spears in him. 5. Is he even... What freaking level is that guy? Able to handle all this. Probably get high enough to kill me. And I'm sorry about the graphics. They do look a lot better in the actual game. Level 40, my God. They do look a lot better on the actual game, but since I'm also video recording on this at the same time, it takes a lot of toll on my PlayStation. But yeah, that's pretty much all we're going to do. We're going to be looking around this world, trying to find nice locations to set up a base. If you have any suggestions, if you have any comments, any questions, anything at all, feel free to ask. Don't be shy. And if you really like the video at the end, it would help me a lot, help the channel a lot, help everyone out who likes my videos if you would smash the like button. And if you really like it and you're new, hit the subscribe. Don't feel afraid. I don't bite, not too hard at least. Just kidding. Anyways, there are all kinds of dinos, and the game is updated quite often. They always add in new stuff. They're always updating. So that's basically what we're doing in this series. We're going to be doing ARK. I am sorry about not getting back to Fallout. I will do that eventually. It's not gone. I promise we will get back to Fallout. But I got kind of Fallouted out. I went on like an 80-hour binge of nothing but Fallout. And it kills me. I can't stand playing it right now. So, like I said, we're going to get back to it. I promise. Just not this moment. See, here's a supply drop. This is what they look like up close. This is a white one, which means it's about the lowest level supply drop you can find. And yeah, I can get it. You got just, just basic stuff. Basic stuff. Maybe I shouldn't be running around naked. There we go, got some pants. But yeah, the game goes on, and as you get later in the game, much higher level, it's kind of like your character is getting smarter. He's adapting to his terrain, maybe even, I'd go so far as to say he's evolving. I mean, I'm not here to tell you anything about religion or anything like that. Evolving is one of those things no one can prove, no one can do anything like that. All I'm saying is it's basically like that. Your character evolves, he gets better, he gets smarter. You can go all the way up to, once you get into the real high levels, I mean real high levels, you can get rocket launchers, build metal structures, machine guns, turrets, all that kind of stuff, electricity in your bases. But you start out with thatch, you start out, see, I'm dehydrating. Great. I mean, it's a really cool game. If you guys haven't played it, I really suggest it. It's really fun, really entertaining. If you don't like the whole creative side of building bases and all that, there is an entire player versus player system in it. Is that what I think it is? No, it's not. It's just a weird looking tree. And tiger. And I'm gonna die again. No, I thought that was a beehive. I heard they'd added them in. Alright guys, well I think that's gonna call it. So, let's get into this. Thank you for watching my video, and see you in the next one.